All right, here we go, y'all. Welcome live, y'all, to another episode of Real Talk Live, man. It's open mic tonight. We here today to talk about, oh Lord, I might piss some people off today because we are talking about some great topics tonight. We gonna talk about celibacy tonight. And we gonna talk about what women said ain't no good men out there. Oh Lord, we gonna talk about these things. And we gonna debate some other things that my co-host got that he don't want to tell me about yet. He said he got some topics he really want to talk about. So we're going to not get into it yet. I'm going to let my boys introduce themselves right quick. Go ahead, Big Cuz. Introduce yourself, brother.
Big Cuz, what's up?
All right. And then we got my boy coming back again, Mr. Tyrone. Y'all better call him if you need somebody. He ain't got no money. I found it. Ola said she found it. She's here. Hey, y'all. We got some good things to talk about tonight. We might make a couple people mad and stuff, but they'll be okay. You know, it's all opinionated speaking and thoughts. So, you know, just respect everybody opinions, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too mad or get too angry. Just kind of like respect what they got to say and stuff. I know I'm gonna be debating with Big Cuz tonight because we got a topic we're gonna talk about, boy, and it's gonna blow up. Tyrone got some things he wanted to talk about and get off his chest. So we're going to talk about that. But if y'all out there in the world, man, got some things y'all want to say, hit us in the comment box. We'll try to address them. But if we don't be mad.
Sure,
we'll try to address what we can address. But for right now, we're going to get into, y'all want to get into the main topic? Or y'all
man, go ahead, man. Don't bullshit. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. All right, we're going to get into it. All right. Let's talk about this celibacy. All right. This is the thing that I got a question in my inbox about. And I also said something about it too. I had a question. Why are so many women out here and some men, why are we saying that we want to be celibate now all of a sudden? Why is there a problem? Why is there an issue with you wanting to be celibate rather? Why? Because I don't have a problem with it, but I do have an opinion about it. So why are you women out here trying to be so damn celibate? And why are you men trying to be so celibate? What's so special about being celibate? That's what I want to know.
Well, give us your opinion.
Huh? Give my opinion? You want my opinion?
That's what I say.
I'm just trying to figure out why you trying to be celibate. Why? I don't know why you trying to be celibate. I mean, if you already got kids and stuff, why you trying to be celibate?
Hey, let me get clarification right quick. Let me get clarification.
Yeah.
Are you asking between the period they break up with somebody and they holding out?
I'll tell you what.
Are you talking about when they met you and then y'all just went through?
No, I'm talking about all. I'm just talking about all. I'm talking about all the people that run around and say I'm celibate now. I'm talking about all. I ain't talking about just me because I ain't celibate.
No, not you. I'm trying to understand. We're not talking about you personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you asking a question about why would somebody be celibate?
Yeah. Why so many people?
At what point they in? When are they doing it? Is it between when they met somebody and they gonna make him wait?
Well, let's use that one then. We'll use that one.
Mm-hmm.
The people that didn't date somebody did them wrong and messed them over, and now all of a sudden they talking about they want to be celibate and stuff. That
don't necessarily have to be the problem. Just because
anything, I'm saying anything, it could be any problem. I'm saying any problem. That's why I didn't narrow it down to one thing. I was trying to tell Tyrone I didn't want to narrow it. I'm saying anybody, anything. I'm just saying why are the people saying I'm celibate now after you don't have 3 or 4 kids?
Well, sometimes people want to make a lifestyle change. At the end of the day, that's their decision. That's what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If a woman a woman could have what we was talking about. If a woman didn't had all these kids or fucking around, she did all that, and she make up in her mind that this is what she want to practice. That's on her. Us as men, that's going after her. We got to respect what she say. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Question for Big Cuz.
No. Go ahead.
Should she be upset if the guy walks away and say, "Hey man, I can't do that"?
Nah, because 9 times out of 10, if she's practicing that, appreciate it, baby. If she's practicing that and you not on board with her, she don't want you anyway.
No. Yes, she do.
Yes, she do.
Why? Yes,
How?
she do.
She
You know
do
why?
want
Because she's not finding guys. They just knocking down their door. It's more dudes out there that's qualified for these women for one.
Right.
I mean, if she's looking for a real nice guy that fits some of her expectations,
right,
she can probably work with him a little bit. But let's just say he's not willing to do all that waiting. She'd be like, look, this is what I bring to the table. What we doing?
Right.
That shit, she get pissed because she ain't gonna find that dude when she walk out that door. She gonna have to do a little more searching and come on dates.
Hey man, that's what she got. That's the choice. That's the lifestyle she chose to take. So if she gotta hold on. So if she gotta do a little bit more dating to find that guy that equals what that's agreeing and going along with what she's doing, who let her do that. That's her journey. You know what I'm saying? Who are we to question why you choose to be celibate? Practice that now, and you've been having sex all this time.
But you can question anything you want to question.
I get that, but that's a woman. Whatever she chooses to do,
I wouldn't care if she's. It don't matter if she was a damn dog.
It does matter. That's her decision, cuz.
But nobody's saying that she can by her decision. What I'm telling you is, you can question anything you want to question. Well, I don't understand what the big deal of folks getting upset because people want to question somebody. You can question anything if you want. You'll never get the answer to shit if you don't ask the question.
But the answer might not be good enough for you, so it don't even matter if it don't agree with your lifestyle. Leave it alone. What is the point?
Okay, but guess what?
Like you just said, and like you just your lifestyle,
and like you just said. If it don't fit with me, I don't have to keep asking no questions. So, but I'm still gonna ask the fucking question.
Okay. Pretend. Okay, let's pretend. Okay, go ahead.
I'll pretend with you.
No. Tyrone, wave his hand.
No. Somebody told me hello. I'm just.
Okay.
Sorry,
ain't nobody's fighting nobody's fucking reason why they want to do something. That's not what I'm saying to y'all. What I'm telling you is I have the right to ask whatever question I want. If she tells me, well, I'm selling. And that's just all too. I ain't got to go into detail about why. I have the right to say to myself, okay, that's fine then. I don't need to talk to you. I don't have to question her anymore.
Look. Hold on.
Let me finish right quick.
Go ahead.
I have the right to ask whatever the fuck I want to ask. And then once she tells me, hey, I'm celibate. I don't want to explain. Guess what? At that point, I can walk away and say, hey, but then I know you're not a fit for me. I don't have to question her no more.
Okay.
All I'm telling you is I have the right to ask a question.
Okay, ask your question. But you know what I'm saying? But people got the right to live their lifestyle.
And like they do have a right.
Look what Ms. Glow said.
Said they don't.
Ms. Glow said, Ms. Glow is a woman. At the end of the day, we men. She said that's her choice. She should not have to be questioned about it. That's what she chose.
I can question whatever I want to.
At the end of the day, we can't speak for a woman. So whatever she say is on her, cuz.
Knock it off, man. Cut it off.
Y'all missing
what she said. Point. She said, keep it moving.
Oh, no, y'all missing the whole point. What I'm telling you is, you cannot tell me, and listen, if I'm trying to talk to this female, and I need to know things, I have to question. You can't tell me I can't question her, why you being celibate? Why I can't ask that? Why can't I? She can ask me anything she want to ask, so why can't I ask her why she being celibate? She gonna ask me why my credit score ain't 750. What if I say damn business why my credit score 750? So if she can ask me that and then say, well, why you get mad because I asked you what your credit score was? You cannot tell me what I cannot ask her, and she can't either. That's my whole point, bro. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. What I'm saying is these are things I need to ask because I need to know if I want to continue to talk to her. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this question. This is coming from a woman. Ms. Glow said it's none of your business. Ms. Glow said it's none of your business.
Well, we don't need to ask nobody anything when you're trying to talk to them, because they can tell you it's none of your business.
We talking about a woman, and this is a woman giving an answer. What are we talking about?
Listen, do y'all hear now what Ms. Glow y'all saying? So if that's the case, that means you don't need to ask nobody no questions when you're trying to date them, because then they can answer you. I don't need to answer that. That don't make no damn sense what y'all saying. You telling me I can't ask a fucking question? It makes no sense. So what? So you don't ask me about my credit. Don't ask me about my children. Don't ask me about how many times I've been divorced. Don't ask me shit. That makes no damn sense.
Okay, so what do you really want to know? You meet a female. Hold on. You meet a female, and y'all talking. Y'all having a good time. Y'all exchange numbers. 2 days, 3 days, however the thing go. Y'all talk, and then she tell you that's what she's practicing, and then you go into what do you do? Go ahead.
I would say, once she tell me, I just told you that already. I would say, hey, with me and you can't talk because I like fucking.
No,
and
man.
I'm not
It's a challenge, man. It's a challenge, man.
No challenge for
it's
me.
like, you know what?
It's no challenge for me.
You could be like, hey, man, this is what we doing. Let the challenge begin. You know what I'm saying? Because, but look, you might not put all that energy in her, though. You might be like, you know what?
Miss TT? Did you see what Miss TT wrote? Thank you. It makes no sense if I'm going to ask all these questions because I need to know. You got to know what Vaughn said. I think you should be able to ask calls. That's a part of learning each other. That's what I'm trying to get these young bucks to understand.
It's not about you. Hey, cuz, it's not about you asking. It's the attitude behind it. Like, why you celibate?
Who said I gotta
ask? That's the attitude you got.
Who says I gotta ask it that way?
Because you was like,
me? I wouldn't
ask like you turning me down. My name Ford. You supposed to give me that, but you know that.
No, you turning it into saying.
Go ahead.
You're turning it into saying that I'm gonna be so violent asking. No, once she tell me and I ask her, cuz, and I say, well, you celibate, that's fine. Well, I don't believe in that, and I move on. I ain't gotta sit. I'm not gonna harass her when I ask her that question, cuz I'm gonna be like, oh, you celibate? That's cool. Well, I don't need to fuck with you, and that's cool. I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying I can't mess with her, and I move on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no Lord next question, nothing. We gonna talk about this shit.
Yeah. Well, what else you need to know? Go ahead. What else you need to know?
Tyrone, I want to hear what Tyrone else got to say. Go ahead, T.
Man, I gotta organize my thoughts here. Y'all keep talking. I gotta organize my thoughts.
No, we don't want to organize. I want you to tell the truth. Because when you organize, you lying. Tell the truth. What do you think about it?
So look, someone sent me a link today, and it was breaking down about Black women and how they're raised to be independent and strong. And he made a comparison to Spanish women in there. Okay. He said they're raised to cook and cater to their men and blah, blah, blah. And they go into the little girls raising up into that, opposed to being you this strong woman, you gotta carry the whole load mentality. Okay. Now that's what the video said. And I was like, I had mixed feelings about it. I was thinking like, man, you know,
Black women. Let me ask you there. Why you had mixed feelings?
Women cook too.
But why did you have mixed feelings?
Because I didn't come up in a structure like that either. Like, a little bit, but that's not what I'm saying as an adult. When I see like a lot of my friends, they're in Black marriages, is what it is. And it's a big tug of war sometime in there. But it can't be completely true because Hispanic have problems too. They go to jail on Saturday too. Domestic abuse. You know what I mean? What else might be going on? Battery or fighting, family fights.
So what's your point? What's your point of the whole thing?
The whole point that he will make a distinguish the difference between all Black women and put them in one pot.
Well, he can't do that.
It's almost like they saying the nagging wife. Why do they say the nagging wife?
Well, he can't say
because a lot of people don't experience that shit, right?
Right. Yeah.
So the way in that link, I sent you the link earlier. If you look,
But I'm not going to categorize all into one. Just like like for instance, like I don't date Asians. Asians they are brought up to cater to their man. Period. They're just what it is. It don't matter if they got a job or not. They still are raised to cater to their man. Everybody got different. Every nationality is different. They're just all to it. You can't sit there and put you can't put the Black women up against other people because of how we raised in the United States. You got third world countries, their women are raised totally different than what our women are raised. Period. And people need to stop trying to compare that because it'll never match up. I got a friend right now, he's Asian, but he's white Asian. When I go to the house, she don't let me do nothing. I can't even get up and go to the refrigerator and get a beer because she already given me one. Now, when I'm at home, my wife ain't giving me no damn beer. You better get your ass up and walk. Ain't getting no damn beer. Hey,
That's up. Not cut it out.
Hey, listen, unless she just in a real good mood that day. And I said, baby, can you give me a beer? And she give me a beer. But you get what I'm saying. You cannot compare. You can't compare to other countries, man. Everybody's raised different, bro. Everybody. All women are totally different. You got some black women that cater to men. Y'all just ain't picking them. There's a lot of black women out there cater to their man. Y'all just ain't getting the right one.
Bad ones. We picking bad ones out here.
Yeah, y'all picking bad ones. Just like some women picking bad men. They picking bad men. And then they'll put, now they will say it ain't no lot of good, like we were talking about that one topic, ain't no lot of black good men out here. There's a lot of good black men out there.
That's true.
Y'all, you just picking the wrong ones. And some of y'all out there too damn picky. You too picky. You want Jesus. You ain't gonna get Jesus. And I'm gonna say this. You can get Jesus and still wouldn't be happy.
What? Wouldn't be happy.
You still wouldn't be happy.
Into their what? These a lot of these white women are well catered to their men.
Well, you know they do.
True.
Well, that is true. That's true. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this, and I might make some people mad, but they'll be okay. Do y'all know this?
Somebody want to come on.
Some folks gonna say they ain't. Some folks gonna say it ain't. Do y'all know, like we say, how the cultures are? Black women, like you said, it's a lot of black. We raising our black daughters. We raise them to tell them, hey, at a certain point, you got to be independent. And you do need to teach them that. And there's a lot of white women out there. They raised to be independent too. But then there's a lot of white women. They are raised to get with a motherfucker for security. They ain't got to love them. They marry them for security.
We got somebody want to come on. Pop your shit, cuz.
We got a lot of women that want they married for security. We got a lot of every culture marries for their own reason. But some of these people marry for what they want. And a lot of black women, they gonna tell you that I'm independent. But they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What she said, Rosie?
She said we Hispanics too. We love to spoil the man. They do.
That's what that video was on.
But they do. But like I was telling you, it's a lot of white women. They are, man. Listen, man. There's some white women out there. Their daddy would tell them, "You married for security, baby. Married for this. You don't marry for love." Y'all ever seen a lot of men out here with these women? They are beautiful, and the man look like dog shit. But they married. What you think they married them for? Security.
Not soon.
They don't love them. Hey, Jesus said my mom taught me not to depend on anyone but my. Well, you don't supposed to depend on nobody but yourself, because you once you leave being a child, you're gonna become an adult. So you're supposed to be independent anyway. How you think you're gonna survive? You're gonna be independent anyway when your ass leave high school. So that's a gimme. That's nothing that you are doing that like it's like you don't supposed to get no pat on the shoulder. You got to be independent anyway if you once you graduate from high school. So I'm getting tired of folks talking about something. I'm an independent woman. I'm strong and I do. You're supposed to. You're an adult.
We're the same age. Be like, we're the same
age. Supposed to do that stuff. Candace said, bring her on.
we got a guest trying to come on.
Well, I don't know. She got to send me her email. She needs to send me her email to come on down up here.
Oh, damn.
Ain't no all damn my ass. You do what you got. You do it the right way or you don't get to come in.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Candace, let's get it right, Candace.
Hey, tell her I sent it. Hey, Candace, I sent it to Candace Collins, whatever that is. To email. I sent it there. You can come on.
Boys to be independent as well. Like,
I sent it to Candace Collins. You can come on, Candace Collins.
TT said they be raised and be right. Raise our boys.
Raise our boys to be independent. We do. We do raise our people to be like that. We do. So I'm saying, but what's so bad about that? What's wrong with it? What's so bad about raising somebody to be independent? What's wrong with that? What's so bad about it? Tyrone?
I ain't said nothing about it. I'm like,
because what's so bad about it? Anything?
Yeah, but that, you know, catering to your partner it's a whole different, wasn't it? It could be independent, but you know how to treat your woman, you know how to treat your man, I guess. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you
so it's like, standards. He says, depending what you're gonna do, you got 40 work 40 hours. He worked 40 hours. He might still require you to take care of home, like wash clothes or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. That's just your department on the team. That goes to the team. Now you bring it back to the team.
Well, that's true.
Like,
but hey, listen,
handle all those things and still work. Hey, but
do y'all understand that there's a lot of men out here that cater to their woman too? Nobody ever talk about that. Me and Big Cuz, I know Big Cuz for he cater to his woman. I cater to mine. Yeah, it's a lot of men out there cater to their women too. It ain't just about women catering.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's fact.
I mean, but guess what?
Look at Valentine's Day, motherfucker. Go through HEB.
I tell you this. If you waiting to Valentine's Day to cater to your woman, you already jacked up.
But this is like the guys go to church on Easter. You'll see it really come out that day.
Give me some points on that, because I don't understand. Tell me that. What you mean by that on Easter?
Oh man, you know, I didn't even did it myself. You know, I don't even frequently hang out at church, but it's been some on Easter.
We got Candace coming up in here, y'all. We got Candace coming up here. We got another guest, y'all, because we got a female. We finna get a female point of view, and we about to get some shit started. Let me get my gloves ready.
Where you at, cuz? Where you at, cuz? Where you at, cuz?
Uh-oh.
What up, cuz?
Hey, y'all. I can't hear y'all.
Huh?
We can hear you.
Cuz.
All kind of blank. Y'all tell me I was saying everything. I got a phone.
I can't hear.
Well, we can hear you. That's your shit that's messed up. You need to fix your mic, because we can hear you. We're gonna have to remove you, and you have to fix your stuff. You got technical difficulties and come back. Can you hear us now? You got your mic on?
I can't hear.
Well, you got to get up out of here. Hey, anyway, like I said, no. I'm with you with it, Miss Glow. Ain't no one day should be it should be any day. Listen, man, y'all should be catering anyway every day. I know I do. I don't know about everybody. I don't wait till a certain holiday to cater to my woman. What about you, Tyrone?
Right. Yeah, it's whenever. You know, it's not like that. Just holidays.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Big Cuz?
Oh, no, I like to cater to my lady. Shit, I do. I mean, I kind of do that every day almost. Shit, she like to crochet and that, babe. What that called crochet? I bought her some yarn.
Hey, did you see what Jenna
said? You making blankets?
Hey, Jenna said, well, us as parents, she said our children. She said she want their children to be independent regardless of race. Well, that's everybody. I don't think race got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying you want your children to be independent. What we're talking about is we're talking about when you take being independent as something is like people talk about, yo, I'm independent like this, like you're supposed to get them a trophy or something because they're being independent. No, when you become an adult, you're just doing adult stuff.
Yeah.
It ain't got shit to do with being independent. You're an adult. You're supposed to pay your bills, buy something, get a place to live, do better at getting insurance and doing all this stuff. That's called being an adult. They ain't got shit to do with being independent. That's all I'm saying. Dang. Get it?
All right.
I don't need to pat you on your back because you went out and got you an apartment and you ain't living in no cardboard box. That ain't got shit to do with being independent. That got to do with being you got responsibilities and you are becoming an adult. That's what that has to do with. They be using independent like it's some kind of, you know what I'm saying, like you get a reward for being independent. That's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got you. Okay.
It got being responsible. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people, man, they get upset, but they'll be okay, man. All right, cuz, go ahead and hit me with that next one. Go ahead. You the one we was talking about earlier. What you talking about today? The other one, because
I'm talking about several ones. Which one?
About the children. When you said when do you said at what age?
Yeah.
At what age? At what age?
When is it the right time to now I don't have no kids, so I'm doing more of learning and listening, but when is the right age or the right time to tell your kids, all right, it's time to get out?
I'll let Tyrone go first. He got kids.
My kids ain't old enough to get out yet. I ain't been up that road yet. You know,
but he didn't ask you that. He just asked for your opinion.
Man, you know what? I have a little policy myself, though.
Okay.
I ain't gonna ask nobody who ain't never been married about marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't to that level where I can say, hey, man, I want to see my son leave because he don't even look like he ready to be out there like that.
Gotcha.
And he's independent, so I don't even know how many years it's gonna take to build with him. But I would think each father or mother and son, they got some kind of building process to get him out the house, get him on his way, whether it's college, the military. You know, my son, he's going to do real estate, so we're going to be more connected.
Got you.
So, you know, it just would depend what path he get on. Shit, he might not even like the real estate thing. Hey, we got military, we got college, you got options, man. He young. So I just say support.
Too close. She's too close. Go ahead.
I would just say support him, man. You know, I guess I don't judge. I ain't trying to judge other people's kids and stuff like that. But, you know, I only got one that's at 19 now. So we're working it out. Everything's cool. He respect my house and I respect him. So we got respect.
Okay.
So now he can probably stay as long as he wants, as long as he handles his business. But I want to see him grow.
I got you.
I just want to put him out. Man, I know he can't make it right now by himself. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you know your kid, you know.
I say that's the key thing, man. You got to know your child. You got to know, like my twins. When my twins turned 17, they was still in school, getting ready to graduate. They was like, Dad, I just went to him and I didn't do him like my daddy did. My dad was like this. He was like, listen, once you graduate, you got to start help pay these bills in the house. And I was like, huh? Why I got to help pay the bills in the house? And because I graduated. He was like, well, for one thing is, I said, but it's your house. You always said it was your house. He was like, I don't give a damn. You still in here. You going to help pay some of these bills, pay half. So I was like this, like, damn, he ain't really preparing me. So I was just like, you know what? Man, I'm going in the army because ain't no way in the hell I'm finna pay somebody else's bills. And then I can't do what I still want to do. So I took that with me when I had my kids. So I was already established better than my dad was. So what I told my boys was, I said, hey, listen. Y'all can either go in the military or go to college or go get you go to technical school. I don't care what you do, but you need to have some type of map of what you're gonna do with your life. You know what my son told me? One of them said, I'm gonna go in the military. I don't care about all that. He said, I know I ain't gonna do shit in college. I'm going straight to it. He just told me like that. So I said, okay. Then the other one said, I'm gonna go to college because mama said it's the best thing for me to do. I'm sitting here looking like, shit, neither one of y'all gonna do shit in college because I know my kids. And then my other one, guess what happened? He went to college. That mother stayed in there for about, 3 months? Quit. I knew he wasn't gonna do it. And the other one, he went to the military just like he said. Now I look at my sons now, 24. They 24. I mean, they making it. Hey, look, they making it. But guess what? I knew that they couldn't stay here with me once they graduated from high school. You know why? Because I knew my kids would have still tried to stay in this damn house. So I knew I had to push their ass up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Whether they had a plan or not, I had to get them out of here. You know why? I'm looking at them now and looking at they don't need to listen to me now. Y'all got to understand something, man. When these kids become adults, they're going to do what they want to do no matter how good you train them, no matter how much you showed them the right shit to do. Once they become an adult, they're going to do what they want to do, whether you approve of it or not. And a lot of parents don't want to hear this shit, but it's true. They're going to do what they want to do. You know why I say this? Ask yourself what you did once you became an adult and got out your parents' house. Ask yourself, did you do everything your mom and dad said they thought that was wrong? You thought was right, but they thought was wrong. You did what you wanted to do.
Yeah, like drinking and
it doesn't matter how much you do it, man. They're gonna. I don't know what to tell you, man. On that, I just know to each his own. You gotta do what you think is best. But I knew my boys and my kids. I told you they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. And guess what? I knew I needed to put them on out. I could not have them just sitting up in here because they wouldn't have done nothing if they stay here. See, Greg ain't experienced that yet. Ty, you ain't got there yet with it either. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of parents out here. You can say I want to keep my children around. But a lot of children will not do shit if you keep enabling them from becoming a damn adult. You just can't do it. And a lot of folks say they get mad at black folks and say black folks are the first people. They the first ones want to kick their kids out. Knowing damn well they ain't got no job, they ain't got nothing, they ain't got this.
That's
and
true.
I'm like, what? What the? I'm like, I say, yeah, I'm like, girl, they do. But guess what? You know why we do that? Because guess what, man? The world is hard. We can't sit there and play with them. If you enable them, they ain't gonna never become nothing, man.
But see, sometimes I think I don't want to really like speak from a parent because I'm not a parent yet, but I know myself and I know a couple of my homeboys where we got ourselves in situations where we didn't have to be in just to do something or to try to make it when a parent could have just lent a helping hand. But if they just keep that attitude of, oh, the world hard, you got to figure it out, you got to get out of we look up to y'all first. Our parents, we look up to y'all. So I feel like certain things, I mean, you know my story, you know, stuff should have been, I don't want to say easier, but it could have been a little more smooth for me if that parent would have been right there, not you go figure it out. Because what if I would have did something and got in trouble because I'm trying to figure it out? You know what I'm saying?
I'll be the first to tell you like what I talked to you about. Then that's bad parenting. I told you that. That's bad, but that's bad parenting.
I got you.
What? Listen, man, like what you just said, I already know the story. Listen, bro, you still have to help your kids. Like my boys now, even though they doing what they doing now, if they call me right now and I know they need me time, I'm not finna let them sit out there on the street. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I would tell my son, hey, man, y'all got a place. Come on to the house and stay. But you can't stay here forever. I'm giving you a time limit to get your shit together, and y'all got to get back out there. You see what I'm saying? And to answer your question, Miss Gina, about what about my daughter? My daughter was the same thing. Listen, I'm not that same typical.
Oh, I don't know about putting my baby out now.
That's you, T. That's you. This is me.
Listen, I know he's just personal.
Listen, that's you. I'm telling y'all about me. Listen, bro, it ain't nothing. I ain't ashamed about nothing I say. And because tell you this, listen, I love my daughter, but she ain't staying here with me like that. It ain't gonna happen. She has to learn to be an adult. I'm gonna show her and be there for her and everything. I'm not doing like all these other parents. I don't give a damn. My daughter or my child stay here. They can stay here till they 30. I'm not doing that.
No, that's madness.
I'm not doing that. I got a lot of people that say that and do that. I'm not one of them parents. So guess what? I'm not knocking you. So don't knock me.
Hey, cuz say tap her in, man. She ready.
I'm always be there for my daughter. Now her shit's show her how to do it. She's not here. She's not nowhere near me because I can't. She's not near me. For some reason, her thing is loud. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you too.
Yeah.
How's this echoing? Or turn it down.
Can you hear me? It's still echo?
Yeah, turn it down. All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to touch bases on this topic y'all talking about because I guess like coming from my background and my family, you know, I come from a family where I know the door is always open and it's open as long as I want it to be or need it to be. And I do agree that, you know, some Black families do throw or kick their kids out prematurely before they're before they're really prepared to go out into the world. And you do have some, and like you said earlier, you got to know your child because every child is as much as you want to keep your child home and give them the opportunity to get themselves ready to go out into the world, you're going to have a child that's just like, fuck it, I'll do what I want to do. I don't care what you say. I'm going to go figure that shit out. Whether I bump my head and scrape my knees doing it, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And you just have those children. That's just a parent needing to know their child. But then you have those kids who will listen to you and will take that opportunity to prepare themselves to go out into the world. I personally don't believe that you should send your kids out regardless of anything. Now, if they're just being knuckleheads and not doing what they're supposed to do to move forward, then yeah, then you may have to force them out. But I do not believe in sending kids out. I believe to give them the opportunity to stay home as long as they can, to save, to go to work, to go to school, whatever they choose to do, and then out there and be ready, you know. But that's just my belief when it comes to like children.
I mean, that's it. Like I said, everybody. That's everybody's personal feeling on how they want to do it. Nobody can say nobody's way of Nah, that's Candace. She got to turn it down.
I don't know why my mic is like this.
Turn it down some.
Hey, mute yours, Candace.
Okay.
I already muted. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, so I get what she's saying, and she's right. But I'm gonna tell you this: everybody got to do what you got to do for your own children. Because I'm telling you, when that time comes, everybody say this until you see what your child doing, especially if they ain't doing nothing. And then when you put them on the right path and they still doing shit, you'll see. Trust me, you'll know, man. And listen, I'm just like this. Me and Zion can't both sit in the house in the morning, eat no cereal, watching ESPN. That ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. We both can't sit in the morning and be watching TV. that shit ain't gonna work.
And I agree with that. I agree, but that's why, you know, I made the statement that as long as that child is doing what they're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? They're going to school or college, or they're working if school is just not for them, you know, but they have to be actively doing something. I'm not saying keep your kids home and allow them to be lazy, allow them to not be working towards a goal. But when you turn 18, that shouldn't be the golden age. You be like, well, get out there, figure that shit out on your own, like I did. You know, that's the mentality I feel like a lot of Black families need to get out of, you know. And we're just not talking about a child that is not listening to a parent. We're talking about children who are actively trying to do something with themselves, that you shouldn't just kick them out and tell them to figure it out. Like that's just not. I don't think that's not the right thing to do.
I don't think people be sitting there just saying they gonna kick their kids out. I think y'all be doing it, saying that wrong. I think a lot of folks, when y'all hear them say that, they be like, "My child finna be graduate. It's time for them to get their shit together and be gone." They don't mean it like that. I think what they're saying is, I think my child need to have his plan together or her plan together so they can get their ass on and figure out what they're gonna do.
It gets serious, right?
Yeah, because it ain't no playing around it. That's what they mean when they say. I don't think a lot of Black folks just say, "Oh, you got to go after you graduate." Ain't nobody putting nobody out no house at no 18.
Well, do you think that it's a parent's responsibility to kind of help that child figure out? Like, you got to think about it. Y'all as parents, y'all out here in the world, y'all know, you know, what to expect, and we don't know. We 17, 18 years old in high school. We just ready to graduate now. I guess get some kind of job, make some kind of money. But I feel like if parents was to kind of like, I guess, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes because I'm not a parent, so I'm not.
But that's why, like Miss TT said, yeah, the parents should train towards that. That she's just telling, yes, we do. Parents do that though.
Yeah, like give me an example, like, okay, me and Ja was talking, and whenever we have our kid, I told her that, you know, I kind of want to get my son or my daughter business minded, meaning that I want to go ahead and get him or her, well, no, not her, but a boy, you know, get him like a lawn service, you know, teach him how to put him in classes where he can do like woodwork and, you know, stuff like that, architect, stuff like that. So by the time he graduate, he's already he got in his mind, like, I can make my own money, this and that. I kind of helped pushed him to kind of like have some type of route instead of just saying, you need to go to college or get a job.
Right.
Little motherfucker, 18 years old.
But it's not that, but you did that. What's wrong with that? And what you're doing is good. That's good.
I know that, but what I'm saying, I didn't get that. And a lot of us didn't get that. It was you graduate, you going to school, or you going to school, or you going to the military. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we go to school. I went to school for industrial technology, and business management. I just not started my own business, but I do my own, some of the electrical stuff or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I didn't go to, I didn't finish school or whatever because I wasn't focused or whatever. I just had to choose something. Most kids, most kids just pick something like, okay, well, I guess I'll do this and that, and really have no longevity of like, okay, what is this gonna do? What is this gonna bring? A parent, I can just only speak for mine. They was just pick something, do something. And you telling a 17, 18-year-old to pick something and do something that's going to change his life that he don't know nothing about, but parents do. So is it all on the kid or is it some parenting too? And I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. So
no, it's on the parents too, though. Okay. But you got to listen. Right now, I'm going to say this. I ain't even going to get into mine. Tyrone on here. Tyrone got teenagers. What are you telling your son right now? The oldest. What are you telling him right now, T?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur, so my mentality about school and military is like the last thing I want them to do altogether. So even though I have more of experience for Ford, I came from a background. I was in Germany at 17 in the military. So yeah, it was like I had that option. I didn't even have college options and all the other shit y'all talking about. Had to go. So I went. But see, I'm going to make sure my son got more than that option. Even though I enjoy my military time, I wouldn't take it away. He just have different options. And there's a lot of options out there. I don't see myself. It's just me. I could care less if my kid went to school got a degree just to work for another motherfucker. That's madness to me completely. Yeah. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm never going to. I don't feel like I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to keep fighting and do my own thing. I've been doing it 18 to 20 years. I fed myself. So I know it can be done. If I can't, I should be able to pass some of this to my kids and teach them.
Right.
And they ain't got to pay me back $100,000 for 4 years of some bullshit. It's crazy. People got degrees and don't even work the field they got a degree in. Yeah. Or they go and then they change the degrees. And I understand that. I've changed mine before. And I have some college, but I don't have a degree like that.
Right.
I did just as good as somebody who went to college to me. To me, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. So that's how I want my kids to be. So I'm not just telling them you got to go to college, you got to go to the Army. Right. I teach education though. You got to keep your education going. But I want them to really want to think about $1 just a little different than the other 75%.
But y'all do know when y'all just let them have their own and say what they want to do, y'all do know is a big ass difference when you start putting that on it. Like you said, 18-year-olds say, hey, I'm showing you all these different things, and they really still ain't got that damn mindset what the hell they want to do. Y'all do know that, right?
But they probably absorb it. I would absorb it better with my dad telling me kind of throughout the years, kind of lining stuff up, or at least getting my mind ready, not in 9th grade. You need to figure out what you're going to do because when you graduate, you're going to be sitting around this house. I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I know I just want to stay up late.
Okay, but let me ask you this. But let me ask you this though, Greg. We all were kids, man. Yeah. We all had, everybody got ambitions of what they wanted to do. Right. When I was a kid, we got to stop acting like we don't know. We as children know. I can go ask Zion right now, my son. I say, hey son, what you want to do? What you really want to do? If he tell me, just like I asked my boy, what y'all really want to do? When they start naming off the shit they want to do, I said, well, narrow it down to what's something that you know you really good at doing. And then you kind of go from there. They was naming out shit. I knew damn well they went to do a damn thing in. Stop.
No.
And guess what? It's things you want to do. When I found out, they say, hey, Dad, what did you do with Dad? No, first of all, I knew I didn't want to stay with my dad because I ain't finna pay half of no bills. I told Kansas this. I'm not about to pay shit. I said to myself, what can I do? What am I good at? I knew I was good at doing military shit. That's why I chose that. Did I want to play ball? Hell yeah, I wanted to play ball. But guess what? Did nobody give me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do.
Did you help your son pick the MOSs and stuff like that since you had military time? That's it. He got some from his dad.
Yeah.
He's like, son, don't take that job. Take that job.
That's why he asked. He said, Dad, well, what can I said, son, do something that you might like and you're really good at. Even though he's saying now he don't like it, my son is really good at it. He's a mechanic. I knew he knew how to do that shit in the first place. But he didn't know it, really. But he can do it. Who you think work on his own shit now? He's a mechanic. He might not like it now that he's in, but guess what? Now he can go from there and figure out what else, like Greg was saying. He can figure out now if he want to do something different. Because now he got that experience. Now he can go do something different if he really wanted to. Just like when you was in T, you did what, 4 years? You figured, you said, man, this shit ain't for me.
Yeah, I know I need to fuck out. I was done after 4.
We all do
that.
I
had tapped out 2 years in, but I gave him 4. I tapped the fuck out 2 years in.
You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I did the same thing. Like now I'd be like, man, I could have did something different. I could do. Everybody do it. All of us don't done it, man. All I'm saying is, I just want to get them a path. I don't want them to do what I want, what I say do. What I want them to do, I want them to do something that they're gonna want to do. Because you ain't gonna be good at shit if you don't like doing it. And my dad always told me, if you're gonna be a jackass, be the best jackass you can be.
Well, you know what? A lot of people work jobs they don't like, man. But they need the income. They need shit. They got bills to pay. They got kids to raise. So a lot of people shit. Ain't too many people I know be happy as hell to go every day.
That's my point exactly.
I know more people don't like going that motherfucker than people who don't. So
how do you push your child out to do what they need to do? You got the. It's on the parents to help them do it.
As a parent for it, I'm gonna always be mentoring. So that door gonna have to stay open to mentor because it's gonna be hard head. I got 3. One of them gonna probably be nutty as hell, I guess. I don't know. Pray they don't. But, it could be like that, man. And you might have to help that one a little more than you have to help the other ones who did better.
That's true. It's gonna be like that. I got one like that now.
So
it's like that. But guess what? Somebody gonna have to figure that shit out. Cause guess what? I tell folks all the time. I'm not gonna be here forever.
For sure. Yep.
What you gotta say, baby?
Well, I was just gonna respond to Greg when he was talking earlier about how he feel like he wish he had more guidance on what to do becoming a young man going into the world. And sometimes you got to sit back, and I've done my own evaluation with my family and how when I came about becoming 18 and going out in the world and just kind of doing some self-reflecting. And I actually went back and talked to my parents in regards to this as well, because I kind of feel like, well,
thank you.
Why y'all dropped the ball with me? And I won't say drop the ball, but I noticed there was a difference between how I was prepared to go into the world and versus my oldest brother, how he was prepared to go into the world. But the kind of caveat on what you were saying, sometimes the generation that we were raised by, they just really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate. They just didn't know some of the things that we know to help better prepare our kids. And when you have kids, because like you said, you want to give your child a trade so they can be a more entrepreneur versus going out and working for someone. But that's because you figured that out, because that's what you wanted and that's what you needed. But just unfortunately, our generation that we were raised by didn't come from that mind aspect. So they wasn't able to really give that to us. Okay. Right. And it just is what it is, but you're going to do better for your child. But, just to give a little background story, my brother, I remember we're 5 years apart, and I remember them preparing him, asking what college he was going to go to, actually in hands on the process on sending him away and all that stuff. But then I noticed, when I came about, it wasn't really no sit down, no talk like, hey, what you doing with yourself? Where you going? Are you going to go to college? What are you doing? No real guidance in a sense. So I went back because I'm like, damn, well, they didn't feel like, I was worthy of like putting in that work or something. So I actually went back and talked to my mom. And I was like, well, why can y'all do the same thing with me as my brother? And her answer was, you always knew where you were going. You always had somewhat of a plan on what you wanted, and we knew that about you. So we didn't worry about your direction on where you was going in life, because you just always was pretty independent, always was mind strong on, you know, making money and stuff like that. But it was just an evaluation that I noticed between the difference of, because I didn't go off to college. I didn't, you know, do any of that. But I just noticed that there was a difference between me and my brother. But that was her explanation on why. I mean, maybe it was true because I I turned out pretty good, you know, and I didn't need their guidance to do everything. I figured it out and did it myself. But sometimes some kids need that guidance, you know, some children, and that goes back to the, you know, what y'all stated earlier, you just got to know your child, you know, and then you just have the situation where the parent just don't know, and that you're going to do that for your child when you start having children.
TT said she said shit 14 years different. She said shit the last 2 I was damn tired with the last one.
Feel like you learn as they go along, though.
So God said, so your parents wasn't really worried about you. Some kids need to push extra guidance. Yeah, but basically, yeah, because guess what? My one son right now, he doing all right. But I'll tell you this, he don't call me and ask me for nothing. He'll eat mayonnaise and a slice of bread before he call me, which I don't understand that. He will not call Ty because he will not call me and ask me for nothing. He'll rather sit there and stuff before he asks me for something. And I don't understand that to this day. I don't understand that. He won't call me. He won't call me and say, Dad, I need this, he won't do it. I don't know why.
But shit, I was like that with my dad because with him, he'll throw it back in your face. He'll throw it back in your face. You know, he'll make it yo.
Reverb.
Go ahead, I'm listening. That's Candace.
Yeah, so I learned early that I don't like nobody to up in my face and say I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? So that taught me right there. I like your son. I'd rather just eat a mayonnaise sandwich and drink some water out the toilet before I even ask you for $20 because I don't want you to keep bashing that on me. 5 months from now, if we get into it, the first thing you bring up is, well, don't ask me for $20 again when you going. You know what I'm saying? When you going through it.
Babe.
So sometimes, you know, us kids, you know, when we young, we just build that up in our head. I'm not saying that's what you did with your son. I don't know, but what I'm just saying is, I learned earlier. I don't like for nothing to get thrown up in my face.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, my son, I don't have this talk with them way before I told them. Y'all know damn well y'all call me and ask me for whatever. They know that. My mama know it. Candace know it. Man, let me tell you something. That's just how they are, man. Once they become grown, I told y'all people do what they want to do when they grown. My son know he can call me and say, Dad, I need this right here because of this. He know he gonna get a lecture because I'm gonna ask him why. If you asking me for money, I'm gonna ask why.
Man,
you my goddamn money. Yeah. Period. And if you don't want the lecture, you're right. Don't call me because guess what? It's my money, and I'm going to ask what happened and why you need it, and I have the right to do that because you're asking me. When you go to the bank asks your ass why you need that loan. You tell them. So why the fuck you can't tell your dad? I'll tell your mom. I'm just being real with you.
You know what? I think Candace said it right. Like, it's just a generation that
I don't care if you get. Oh, go ahead, T.
And then to circle back what she was saying about, like, you know, just some people have been taught about how to like process our kids, get them to the next generation, the next technology. And no matter what it is, I'm just saying that the mind state about how we look at everything is driven by go work for someone. And it's like, I just don't see it the same way. But that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be different for each kid, because where you might say, man, he's calling his son too far, he gave him too much.
Right.
Wouldn't come on this planet all this motherfucking time not to give shit to my kids. Not at all.
Right.
I broke his fuck. I'm going out like this, baby. I'm gonna give my kids they shit while I'm living.
Right.
You know, it's madness. You say, you know what, damn. I know people say, man, I ain't giving my kids shit. He's gonna go out there and get all that shit on his own. but you could help them in a way.
Right.
It's almost like if they thinking just like you and you can see it in them. But like you said, what if you got one just ain't shit? Not you didn't say yours was shit. I didn't say.
I'm just saying. Go ahead, keep going.
You had some. We have multiple kids. I don't know which one of my kids that one might be that kid, but you know, I could have one, but I might have to show that one just a different type of love than my other ones that I see something in them. Like if my son had a real strong entrepreneur spirit and came up with a good concept, I would back that motherfucker if it made sense to me.
Right.
So, but some pops are gonna be like, nigga, I made this 50 grand. I ain't finna invest in this. Look, you better go out and make this 50 grand yourself. You know how hard it is to make 50 grand for an 18-year-old that ain't making beats. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, it just depends what you're dealing with, bro.
I like the mindset like Candace, you and Big Cuz. Y'all, like y'all said, y'all more of the entrepreneur people. I get it. My thing is, I told you I don't knock none of that. I wish I could do right now and told my boys, hey, whatever your goal is on what you want to do for yourself to make money, go out there and do that. But when you sit down and look at some of the realization of what the fuck is going on, even though we got all this new technology and all these different ways to make money, there's a lot of ways to make money now than it was when we were coming up, y'all. It's just whether you want to get out there and do it. The way they want to do it to get it, the way that they're looking at doing it is jacked up. Because they're going to lose way more than what they was doing to try to get there. I'm not saying it can't be done. What I'm saying is when you look at how your child may come to you and say, hey, I want to make socks. I just want to make socks and sell them, Dad. That's what I want to do. Then the way he bring you the plan and show you how to do it, you'll be like, man, what the fuck? Nigga, you ain't going to sell no sock. You ain't going to sell not one sock. But to them, they going to feel like they can do that. The way they're saying doing it. What I'm telling you is, I don't have a problem with nobody doing none of that. It's just, man, the way they be coming at you with it now, like my son now, he tell you right now, he in Army. He said, Dad, I can get out right now and go make more money. I said, well, get on out, D. Get on out. You say you can make more money than what you're making right now. Get on out and go do that plan you said. With a family. With a family now. I told him, yeah, there's a lot of folks get out the military. Ty, you got out, you did not have a family when you got out.
No.
There's a lot of people that get out the military, they have a family, and then I ain't gonna say all of them fail, but I'm gonna tell you, 80% of them motherfuckers fail when they try to say, well, I'm gonna get on out and go do some other shit, because the shit they be having, somebody they gonna do, that shit ain't no way in the hell it gonna work. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you can't do it, but you got to look at everything, especially if you got a family. All I'm telling my son is, go on and get out there. You talking about you can go make more money right now, go do it. I'm telling you, I know him. It ain't going to fucking work. He got too much shit going on in his head. He going to fail. I'm his daddy. Why would I want to tell my child he's going to fail if I really didn't believe in it? I know my child. And I know he gonna fail.
Damn.
If he doing what he talking about doing, I'm telling you this. And see, people be like, damn, man, that's kind of harsh. No, it ain't. Well, then go on out there then to prove me wrong. We got to stop acting like we don't think this shit is real. It's real. No matter how much you say you got a child that say can do this.
Instead of thinking he's going to fail because he doesn't have a plan. You know, it's just, oh, I don't want to do this no more. But you know, once you become an adult, once it's no longer yourself, and once it's no longer about just you surviving, you got a child, you got a wife, you got another step, you have a stepchild, you know what I'm saying? So it's no longer about you anymore.
Yeah, that's my whole point. But I'm telling you, babe, he gonna fail with the shit he told me he want to do. He gonna fail.
It's like, hey, you don't got no plan. You might want to stay where you at right now till you figure it out. You know, we're not saying stay there forever because you're unhappy. We're just saying you need a plan because you may fail and it's not just you. You know, if it was just him, I'd be like, you know what, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You'll be okay. You know,
I would tell him that, but it ain't him. That's my whole point. I'm trying to that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to explain to him. You with a family, and now you talking about getting out, son. Do you understand? Once you get out, the money stops. What are you gonna be doing in that time to pay them damn bills
Mm.
and to pay that child support? That shit don't stop. It's coming the same month that you get out. That's what I'm telling you. I'm never gonna discredit my kids and say that to you. What I'm telling y'all, because I'm telling y'all, when y'all have some kids and y'all start looking out, you'll see, and then you'll be like, damn, man, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy they did that shit right there. And I know I showed them better. They're gonna do what they want to do.
But you know what? And I guess because there's such like a huge, and when it comes to like parenting, you know, for me and Gerald, okay, and you know, there's a large age gap there too, you know. So my mentality and how I look at stuff and how he may look at stuff, he come from two different generations of how we were brought up and raised. And me, I'm more in the mind frame, you know, the twins are grown, you know, and I still have younger ones. You know, we still have younger ones. We have a 16-year-old, soon to be 17, and a 2-year-old. So,
grown.
so, but he still has.
Hey, that nigga grown.
Then, like,
I'm fucking around. He young in the world.
It comes back, you know, just, and I'm gonna circle back to our earlier conversation about preparing our kids. You know, my mindset now is I want to give my children the opportunity, because my parents didn't know, because they come from the generation of just not knowing certain things like investing and all that stuff. I want to give them that opportunity to do whatever it is they want to do without the worry of how am I going to survive later on in life. You know, I still want them to go out there and live life and do what they're supposed to do, because that's how they develop as a person. But for example, for our children, you know, I have already started, you know, investing. You know, Zahar is 2. She has an investment account that is hers. Zion, he has an investment account that is his. So when they become my age, or in their 30s or in her 20s, she's potentially able to be a millionaire by the time she's in her 20s. So that allows her the opportunity to be more, to choose what she really want to do in life, because it's not so much of a worry. I have already prepared their long-term life, you know, from children, and that's just my mindset now, to that gift to give to them, so they don't have all those worries of life. You know, I'm not saying, you know, they're not gonna have issues, but finance is not the problem, you know, and they can actually do what they want and be happy in life and try to find their own happiness, where finance and money isn't the sole.
So they ain't got, basically, they ain't got to wait till they 45 to be talking about they want to retire.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think it just goes back to just preparing them and giving, you know, as a parent, and learning yourself. You know, heck, I wish I would have known that 15 years ago, my damn self, you know. But I said I can at least gift my children that, you know.
That's why you should have talked to Tyrone. You should have talked to Tyrone. Tyrone did that shit.
I'm definitely on the same mindset as Tyrone, because I had a conversation with a guy at work, and I told him,
TG said very few children had the opportunity, though.
I could really care less about college. I have a college degree, but I went back later in life and got my degree. But I can care less about my child going to college. I really do not care, because I do not equate success with a college degree.
Well, we know that. I don't either.
I don't care about it. Now, it depends on your route in life.
Okay, well, what about, but let me ask you this, though. But what about these families that don't have? It's a lot of families that can't do what we do. They can't open up a financial opportunity.
Everybody can open up a financial. They just don't know.
Listen what I'm saying. It's a lot of families out there. They got 2 incomes coming in. They can't afford to take their extra money to open up accounts for their fucking kids. There's a lot of families like that, baby.
Probably living above their means, poor though.
In our
community, I see we live above our means.
Hey, Ty, hold on. Y'all, come on, man. This is real life.
You better not have no $100 Jordans on and tell me you can't save for no goddamn kid shoes. You stand in line for Kobe's, and you ain't got $20 in your account.
Hey, listen, we're not talking about
y'all got a $200 weave in their head.
You smoking weed
in the account.
You know what?
But my
hey, look, we can
$200 weave.
We can debate that
You
all
gotta read it down. Look,
We
you
can
smoke
debate
weed
that
and
all
drinking. You smoke Newport. Now you sport Newports. Look,
Hold
man,
on, man.
it's
We
the
ain't
way of
just-
saving a
listen,
little bit for
ain't
your
nobody
kids.
talking about
If you
everybody.
do like Congress do
Listen,
from young.
everybody don't go out and smoke no damn. It ain't about nobody.
I'm talking about my damn self.
Yeah, well, that's right. Because it's a lot of families out here that work every day, and that's what they got. They cannot do it. You got single motherfucker ain't got no kids, and they can't even goddamn do it. They can't just say extra money and go do and put it in. I'm just saying, nobody's saying that it's a problem. I'm telling y'all, it ain't just that simple. It ain't. It's not that simple. We can say that all day, but it's not that simple, man. It ain't that people don't want to do it. It's a lot of people that cannot give that extra. And I'm talking about, we ain't talking about the people that smoke weed. We talking about people that go to work every day. They just go to fucking work.
You talking about good times, man.
And they ain't got
talking about good times.
I ain't talking about
because
that.
We talking about good times. Look here.
I'm gonna keep that shit. Hey, I'm
no
gonna
matter how
keep that
you
shit
look
lit.
at it, though, Matt. Listen, no matter how you look at it, Ford.
No.
You can do things. You have to sacrifice something else. If you
Tyrone,
really think about it, all these people probably got cable. They probably got iPhones. They probably got shit that they can do without.
Everybody ain't like that, bro. I knew people coming up who barely.
No. That's what I'm saying. Because when you start having kids, that told me you was ready. That's not the reality. Hey, but that's not the reality, though, right?
That's not true.
No, but that's not the reality, though, right? Because that's not the reality, though, right?
That's not true.
So when you have kids, you
start having kids.
Hold on, let me understand.
Hold on, slow up. Hold on,
like let me understand.
Because listen,
what's up?
Now, you don't have no kids yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Now you know what you wanted from your pop, which you had, right?
I agree with that.
On the financial side, you assign mine right now. You say, you know what, man?
Some people just don't
I might put this in place. That's gonna be part of your plate.
Now, some people just don't have it. T, listen.
Yeah, but
T, y'all don't got into the mindset of thinking
if I didn't have the job that I have, if my wife didn't have the job that she have, and let's just say we was two people, I don't want to say no job or whatever.
No, just say no.
Let's just say it was. Let's just say an income, a salary of barely making it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have.
They got cable.
They don't have $30 to spare.
Hold on.
Everybody don't have
all the way
iPhones.
down to the hood, baby. All the way down to the hood. You gonna see the fire shit in the hood for one.
Some people don't have.
Tyrone, see y'all
money down there.
Hold on, T. You throwing up stuff trying to say what people are doing. Listen, man.
All right.
Listen, Jericho people are listening. Jericho people are living, bro.
Okay, think
and
about
working.
it. Okay,
like they don't supposed to enjoy life while they fucking work.
You're saying that that's what sacrifice. Some you might have to give up some sacrifice for that. Then, if that's how you feel, though.
See, let me say this to you.
If that's how you feel.
No.
And let me say this real quick.
You can't do some shit with your kid, dog. Come on.
I'm gonna say this real quick. When I was 17, I was working at a certain job. I'm 32 now. I still know people working at that certain job. When I left that job, I was making $6 and like 47 cents an hour at that job. That pay didn't go up that much, and you still have some adults that when
those are mindsets, though. That's their mindset, and that's why you got to be in your kids' ear when you do raise them a certain way. That's a mindset. They still there after you left all those years. That's a mindset. They didn't want more. That person could have went to school at night, college. They work 24 hours a day.
That's true.
They can advance. It's plenty of people work and get to a better position in life. You can't just make me believe that you have to stay stagnant. If you're going to be in that working class, you're supposed to be trying to excel.
We know that.
Don't live your damn. Don't live to the max of your paycheck.
Tyrone, nobody's knocking it though. That's not what nobody's saying. Y'all gotta understand something, man. Everybody ain't think. We got a lot of people that don't want to just be in that. They ain't got that mindset, man. Listen, man, this is reality.
That's reality.
Listen, man.
They should be educated.
Listen, some people just don't have it. Y'all gotta
We
stop
get
acting
that.
like everybody can't just go get that shit, man.
But you can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody can't just go get that, bro. Listen, it's a lot of people out there trying to do better, trying to get better, trying to get this, trying to get. Listen, some people just not going to get there. So you can't sit there and say and knock them and say, "Oh, they just in that trance. They try." Man, there's a lot of damn people. But guess what? The government and the way they got this shit set up, those people there, they ain't gonna never get here from here. They ain't gonna listen to me, man. This shit is real. They're never gonna come from here.
I agree with both of y'all.
They're not.
I agree with both.
We're not saying people can't do it. What I'm telling you is there are a lot of people, man. It's more of these down here that'll never get here. You know why? It is already in place. That shit is not going to change.
But I think if you can educate yourself, we're not saying that, that you got to start all the way up here. But I'm just saying, shit, even if it's $1 damn, you know what I'm saying? $1 gonna add into 5 one day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the mentality.
I think y'all missing the whole point. Nobody's saying that people ain't got the mentality to do it. What I'm telling you is, y'all just don't want to. People don't want to hear.
Sometimes it don't work out for everybody.
Sometimes the shit is not going to work. I don't give a fuck
Sometimes it don't work out. And some of those people at that job, they had degrees. Yes. They spent years trying to get into a certain, just like my wife. She got a degree and damn, babe, I can't remember what it was in. But only thing I know, she has to have so much intern time and got to work for free. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it like this. You got people that when I was there at that job, they didn't spend all these years. I'm trying to go for this career. I'm trying to go for this career. So let's just say they didn't spend however much time. They didn't have kids in the process. You know what I'm saying? They probably didn't got them or whatever. So now they in a situation where, man, I got to make this shit work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Tyrone, I get what you're saying. Candace, I get what you're saying too. But sometimes some people, it just don't happen.
Just life show you the limits that you got, and you just got to do the best you can with it. I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that.
So and saying back to what we was talking about. So no, hold on, cuz back to what we talking about. So if you got somebody in that situation, how the hell they gonna put a lot of money up for their kid?
Yes,
but I'm not saying put a lot of money up in the beginning. All I'm saying, like say for. I've always been pretty fortunate, okay? I started working for the government when I was 20, So fortunately, I always just been fortunate in that sense. But I didn't make a lot of money when I first started. I did not make a lot. Hold on, listen. I'm saying I didn't make a lot of money when I first started. But even if I put 3%, I'm just saying just 3% of something, it added up.
Give a number.
So 3% at that time, hold on, listen. 3% at that time might have been like $15. You know what I'm saying? It might have been like
$15 a month.
That is you.
A pay period. So that's $30 a month. But no, listen. What I'm saying is, you can start small. Just because you not there doesn't mean you can't take steps. I understand there may be a month or a few months when you can't do shit because that's just the way life. I'm not, ignorant to the fact that,
let me say this to you. I gotta cut you off. Let me say this. Listen, do y'all know how many goddamn poor people here? Look at my goddaughter. Look at Michelle. Michelle can't put shit to the side.
Well, she could if she wanted to.
Oh my God. You know what? Sometimes, man, talking to certain people like y'all just don't get it. Like this. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
I can't. If I'm in a situation where I'm fortunate to do something, I can't tell somebody else who might not be in that situation what they can do and what they can do.
Thank you.
I know for a fact, even though I make good money, if it wasn't for, I'm man enough to say, if it wasn't for my wife, there's certain things I wouldn't be able to goddamn do. And I make decent damn money. You see what I'm saying? So right now, I probably can put up an X amount once our kids come. But if it was just me and something happened to her, I wouldn't be able to put up that goddamn much. And I just did the math on the number that you just said, cuz if you did that for 18 years, that ain't number $6,000. What did you do? What did you do?
But no. But I'm talking about investing. No. Listen. No. I'm talking about investing. So you got to calculate growth. Okay, you got to calculate
the loss too, because you lose and invest in too. Calculate that.
You do. But hey, if you get into a job and you have a 401k, that's all what your retirement is. It ain't
no money coming out your shit.
Listen, but what I'm saying is when you say loss of money, what I'm saying is if you was to get with a company that provided a 401k, that's all that is. Your 401k ain't nothing but investing in stocks.
First of all, 401k ain't shit. I made more money. Hold on, I saved more money since I've been retired than the 401k will have me right now in the bank. I got more money in my bank account right now.
Of course, because you have to be able. I'm not saying your 401k. It just depends on how much money you're putting away.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I can save the same fucking amount of money that the 401k got. If that's the case, and not get penalized because it's already my damn money.
And granted, I don't really care too much about 401ks. I'm just saying it is a tool that people use for when they can have money when they retirement. But what I'm saying is, yes, it is a risk. Anytime you dealing in the stock market, it is a risk. You risk to lose your money, but that's all what a 401k is. It ain't nothing but investing. That's all it is. Nothing else. Your money is making money when you're investing, and it's growing versus you having your money in a savings account. Granted, is your money safer in your savings? Yes, we all know that. It is a risk. You go into that knowing that it's a risk that you can lose money. Hell, the market is down right now. I said there's $1,000 missing right now. I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like but baby, if
you know how the market works, you're gonna get that back. But what I'm saying is you have to start, even if it's $1. I'm just saying you have to have the mentality to at least want better, even if it's 50 cents, even if it's $1, even if you can't do it, even if you're only doing it 3 months out out the year, then
how y'all gonna get there and sit there and keep talking about the 401k shit? The 401k ain't shit because it ain't shit. The 401k ain't nothing.
That's what people. That's their retirement plan now with people in companies. They don't offer traditional retirement plans anymore. I don't think some may, but a lot of them don't. But that's one way of somebody matching your dollar. If you put two, I never had one, guys. Look, I work for myself. But I'm assuming they match you $1 or $2, right?
We all sit here and we only go by what everybody tell us we have to do when we doing these jobs. Y'all understand this shit. Y'all know how this shit works. We do what they tell us and show us. Doesn't mean that shit is always the goddamn right way to do something. Same way that y'all say, I'd rather work for myself than to work for somebody. These plans, these stocks, this and that, this. Everybody falls into that shit. And you know what? We so behind in the power curve, I'm not telling nobody don't do it. What I'm saying is, these motherfuckers been way past us a long time ago. They way so far ahead of us. We can do that shit. That shit means nothing. We grabbing pennies. Them motherfuckers already got dollars. That's all I'm saying. They so far away from us. They been did this shit when the shit first started. We ain't getting out of nothing. So guess what? There's other ways to do stuff for you to have your money. And all I'm gonna say to this again, I don't give a damn. Everybody is not going to be able to do what everybody else gonna do, babe. And I'm telling you, some people that want to do it, they cannot do it. No matter
they can't do it right now.
Oh my God. You know what? You keep thinking that then. That's why we ain't gonna. That's why all these.
But I look at that mentality. I look at that mentality of this is what I was dealt with, and this is just what I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's that. But I understand that's the reality for some people. But I'm just saying when I think about that mentality, I just look at it as you just accepting the defeat, and you're not trying to take strides to at least strive.
Let me leave you with this. How old are y'all? How old are you, Tyrone, right now?
51.
Are you rich?
No.
Because how old?
You know what? I'm gonna take that back.
Hold on, T. Hold on, T. Let me just finish. Hey, because are you rich, cuz? Candace, are you rich?
I'm trying to get to a point where I feel rich.
I didn't ask you that. I said,
I'm not rich right now. No, I'm not rich right now.
Do y'all not hear what? Listen, I'm not trying to deter nobody of shit. Nigga, y'all talking about doing some shit when you goddamn about to be 50, 60. I don't want to be rich at 60. Don't give a fuck about it. Y'all trying to do shit that should have been done in 20, 21, 22, 23.
Guess what? That's what she's talking about. If
ain't gonna fucking happen.
He is little. That's what she was saying, Candace, right?
It's not going to happen.
Yes.
I'm not doing that now. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm not talking about someone. But you know what? Honestly, I feel like as long as you got breath in your body, we know that I would not do a whole lot of risky stuff at a later age.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, we talking about
say what y'all want to say.
I gotta go. Y'all have fun. Thank you for the show, player.
Thank you, cause it ain't gonna happen, T. Nah, it ain't gonna fucking happen. Later, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, we gotta be real about the situation. Like it's, of course, like you saying, cause well, damn, both of y'all, but like like you say with Candace, it's of course it's a mindset. But I know plenty people that had the mindset, got the drive, but shit just didn't go right, and sometimes that fire just dimmed down, and they just had to make the best of what they got. That don't mean they didn't have a mindset. That don't mean none of those other different things. Me and you both can name a time. Me and you both. I ain't talking about Gerald. Me and you both can name a time where I don't know how I'm gonna get to the next month. You know what I'm saying? What if what happened to me never happened? What if what happened to you never happened? To put us in a situation where we can do these things that we talk about. And me and you both got drive. Me and you both had a lot of fire, but shit worked out for me and stuff worked out for you. So in saying that, you know what I'm saying? How are you? That shit crazy. We didn't got so far from what we was talking about. It was the it was putting the money to the damn what it was putting the money
in the stocks and
you not Candace. Do you remember a time where you didn't even have $30 to fuck off? Because I know plenty of times where I didn't have $30 to give Jesus if he asked for it. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I thinking putting $10 to the side for this little month. No, I need to give him food now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's in situations where they can't see tomorrow. They gotta see today. And we both know that.
Period.
We can't think of the mindset that we got right now because we good. We gotta remember the time where we didn't have.
I got you on that. But what I'm saying is the education, all I'm saying is as long as you educate yourself and you are aware of these things, I totally get it. That hold on, listen. Oh my God.
Hold on, let her finish. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, like I said, 15 years ago, hell, I wish I had this mindset because I look at even if I did put that $10 to the side, like how much more I would be advanced compared to now. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't do it then. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the finance to do what I'm doing now. You know, what I'm saying is, as long as you know and you're trying, and if you don't make it, you don't fucking make it. I understand that. But what I'm saying, as long as you know, you can try to work to get there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think these people try?
It's a lot of people.
They try now.
It's a lot of people. I knew a lady when I was doing corrections. It was a lady that used to sit in the control room, and sometimes she used to just cry. She said, "Prince, I got 3 degrees." And she said, "I just can't get no work. And if she still, I remember that income. I'm way past that income. And I know how that income was for me and Ja. And this is 2 people. So imagine if it's just her and her by herself. I get what you're saying because I know your mindset now. I know you saying if I had this mindset back then, but go back in time when you didn't have that $30 to give. That's all I'm saying. But you still, hold on, cuz, but you still had that drive, but nothing just worked out. People, let's be serious. It just don't work out for everybody. That don't mean they're a loser. It just don't work. It just don't work.
It don't mean they ain't even trying. It just don't work.
It don't mean that.
Hey, listen, that's why we have the people we have in the world right now.
We gotta be real.
Y'all think people don't be trying? It's all
be real. We gotta be real.
Yeah,
we gotta be real because the situations were different. I wouldn't be where I'm at. If situations was different, you wouldn't be where you at. We gotta be real. We gotta be real.
Let me ask you, hey, Carl, let me ask this, babe. Just say me and you never met. And you was where you at, where you were before I met you. Where you think you'd be at right now?
Honestly, for me, because of just me as a person, honestly,
you don't know where
I probably would have had more drive early on because I wouldn't be comfortable. So I would have done more, so I would have my directions and my choices when it came to like jobs and stuff like that would be different. My mindset would be different because I'm on survival mode. You know what I'm saying?
You was in survival mode when we met. What you talking about?
What I'm saying is, like, for example,
I'm just saying.
Hold on, listen. But I'm gonna tell you what I mean. For example, when I worked at the VA, I hated that job with a fucking passion. I hated that job. Listen, goddamn, nigga.
Fuck that. I ain't
talking. But anyway,
just let it. I want to hear.
When I was at the VA, I hated that fucking job. It didn't matter how much money that they were trying to give me. I hated that fucking job. The only reason I made the choice, and I would have made way more money right now at that job, but the only reason why I left is because I have the opportunity to leave a job paying over $60,000 because I'm comfortable. But had that been not married Candace, only Candace with a child, guess what? Candace would have sucked it up and worked that damn job and made that damn money.
That's not what
That's what I would have done.
That's not what I asked you.
That ain't the question.
Yes, I would be.
What was the question?
I'm telling you, basically, if we never met, I would have more.
I'm gonna mute your ass for a second. That ain't what I fucking asked you. That is not what I asked you, and I'm gonna mute you. But that ain't what I fucking asked. That was not the question I asked.
What was the question?
I asked her if you had met me. She said she was gonna go into survival mode. I said you was in survival mode before I met you. I didn't ask you nothing about no damn VA shit. I asked you where was you at the point of your life before you met me. Since you talking about what people could have done, could have did this, I'm saying where would you be right now from where you were if you never?
I wouldn't have made it. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But was you making it like making it?
I made decent money.
That's not
what I'm saying is you're asking me where would I be if I never met you. I'm telling you.
I'm asking you, were you struggling or were you making it?
I was making it. I was not struggling, but I was making it.
Okay.
I wasn't struggling.
Okay.
I was making it.
Okay.
But I sit here and tell you being married definitely makes.
When I say making it, were you living from paycheck to paycheck or were you making it?
I was making it. I could pay my bills. I could pay my rent. I can pay my child care. I could pay whatever I wanted to do.
Could you still travel?
Yes. And I traveled before I met you.
Okay. I hear you talking, but I don't believe that shit because I don't believe it.
You act like I was in the gutter when you met me.
I ain't saying that.
What I'm saying is,
I'm going off of what you said. You said, "Oh no, I've been in survival mode. I've been able to do this."
But it is survival mode. Survival mode don't mean you in the gutter. I'm just saying what I'm telling you is, you asked me, where would I be had I not met you? And I'm telling you, I would be somewhere because I would have no choice but to continue to want to grow.
Okay,
that's all I'm trying to tell you.
So answer this question: why you ain't there now? Then since you with me,
what do you mean?
Whatever place you said that you wanted to grow, why you ain't there now?
I am. What are you talking about? I made $15,000 more.
All you did was get married. So why you not wherever the place you think you could have been better? Why you not there?
I'm not really understanding your question.
I know you understand my question. You just don't know how to answer it.
No, but what I'm saying is I have grown. But I have grown. That's why I'm not understanding. Like I have grown. And
you're not answering.
well, what I'm saying is you're saying why am I not where I want to be? Now I will say this. I will say this. Like I said earlier, decisions that I make to a certain extent, I make because I am married. I make because there is a 2-income home. But when you ask me the question about where would I be if I never met you, what I'm saying is I'm not going to say I would be farther than where I am. I don't know where I would be because that didn't happen.
That's
what I'm saying is I would, because I don't have the comfort of having a husband, because I didn't have the comfort of having a 2-income home, I know I probably would be a little more driven because I don't have that comfort or that security to be lax. You know what I'm saying? My mentality would have been where it was. I need to do something to better myself, to do better. Now, like y'all mentioned earlier, there were just some life situations that I just couldn't, it just was the hands that I was dealt.
Well, hold your thought. Let me ask Greg this. Greg, are you where you supposed to be at in your life, with or without Ja right now?
As in, like, what you mean?
With your life.
Where I'm supposed to be?
With your life, yes.
I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, go ahead.
You good. Go ahead, cuz.
Nah, I mean, I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Is there some things that other things that I would like to do? I mean, yeah. Is it more bread that I would like to make? Of course, but I'm in a comfortable spot. I'm doing a job that I enjoy, but it's times where it's like I don't want to be in this damn truck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my business and stuff, rolling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but I can say that it came from the help of Ja. Ja really, she put a fire in me a little bit more than what I already had. I'm not gonna say that it was just me. Nah,
so
looking at her.
So are we going, since like Candace was talking about, we talking about all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So we gonna be rich Are we gonna be rich soon?
Are we gonna be rich soon?
With everything? Are we going to be rich?
See, now that part we don't know. I don't know. I might call y'all and be like, well, I did it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back because I don't want to end. I'm gonna end it on this, end with the rest of the stuff. But I'm just gonna say that. I mean, I respect everything you said, babe. I get it. But I'm gonna keep this in my heart. Everybody ain't the same, and it's a lot of folks that want to come up. They ain't coming up. There's a lot of folks that want to save. They can't. I don't give a damn what they out there doing. I don't care. I don't think nobody should have to exclude certain things they want to, enjoy life while they living, just because we saying they should save and do this for the kid. It's some things you want to enjoy in life while you living. You can't take that from somebody. I don't think you should have to give up because you still want to enjoy life just because you ain't saving. Or you can, like Tyrone was saying, well, give up those Jordans or give up the weave and give up. I get all that, but guess what? That means you're supposed to just stop living? You're supposed to enjoy life? It's like what I'm saying, a lot of folks ain't gonna never get to endure and enjoy everything. They ain't gonna be, everybody not meant to be rich. It ain't gonna happen. No matter what you go out there and try and do. Everybody ain't gonna get rich. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm not saying don't look forward to doing that, but it ain't gonna happen. So I don't understand why people can't just enjoy and do what they gotta do still. You can't get mad. You can't say folks they just sitting in one place and ain't trying to move up. There's a lot of people trying to move up, but they're not. They're not. It's not going to happen. I don't care what they do or how much they try, babe. They ain't going to. They're not going to get there. Shit, I want my own business right now. Should I go out there and go take the money I got and go do it? I can try, but I ain't about to do it. I'm just going to be dealt with the hand I got, and I'm in survival mode right now. I'm just going to do what I got to do. So I'm not going to knock those people that can't, It's a lot of folks. Y'all said, nah, you can't say you can't. Yeah, you can. It's a lot of people. I don't know what cuz think about it. It's a lot of folks that just can't do it. They can't do it, baby. They can't. They can't put money to the side. They can't. They just can't. It's a lot of people out there that can't do it.
And you'll be surprised. Like, say for example, I mean, I get both of y'all saying I get where you're coming from, but I remember times where I really wasn't making like little like nothing or just whatever. We just give an example. Like, say for example, you know, you trying to put that at $15, $20, $30 up, and you got let's just say you got a couple $100 in your savings account or whatever you got going on, but that's where some extra money at. And say you run over something and bust all 4 of your tires. Now you got to go grab that money. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who really not making that much and barely putting something to the side, now they didn't dip into that. Now they got to use all that and got to start all over. Life brings stuff your way where you gotta find money. You need money to do this and do that. But I get what you're saying too, cuz like you gotta have that mindset to I don't give a damn what's going on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
You do.
I do feel like it's start in the mind. You know, when you put it in your mind, your body gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, sometimes it just life will bring something your way, and so I get both parties.
I totally don't trust me. Don't think that I don't understand that, you know. But again, that goes back to just me as an individual, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the story I told you about my parents saying they didn't have to worry about me because they know my mindset. You know, now did choices that I made in life slow me down a little bit? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they did. But I always knew, regardless of those choices that I made,
Candace,
I still was gonna make it.
Candace, you sound like a Trump supporter.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, man. I'm finna.
On that note, y'all, we about to close out tonight. I appreciate everybody coming in. We y'all keep on supporting Trump. I'm gonna vote for him. As soon as he run, I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump. At least he tell the truth.
Nobody.
I'm voting for Trump, goddammit. He tells the truth around this month. I'm voting for Trump. Hey, but I appreciate everybody coming out, man. I love these topics and the discussions, man. I appreciate you, baby, for coming on. Even though you talking a little crazy with Tyrone, but I agree with some of the things. I will recount and rethink some things, but because, man, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, that topic, the first one, I appreciate it, bro, and I love it, man. And I don't know how many episodes we don't did, but we got another one coming next Wednesday, 7:00 p.m. But I appreciate it, man, and I'm gonna holler at everybody, y'all. You know, it's been good. You know, hit the song, sing it, baby. Say it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? All right, y'all. We better call it a night. And y'all have a good one, man. We see y'all next time, next Wednesday, baby.
All right. Hold it down. All right, cuz. All right, cuz.
Yes, sir.
All right. See y'all.
You got it, mama? Say good night, y'all. Say good night, everybody.